Hello all, this is lecture 2 of unit number 5th, which is power converter, which belongs to basic electrical engineering course offered in BTech first year in both Bikaner Technical University and Rajasthan Technical University. In this unit, we have to go through following points, and in this lecture, we are going to deal with first semiconductor device and very important semiconductor device, which is diode. We'll go through its symbol, construction, and finally its VI characteristic. So this is the diode. Now let's define what is diode. So diode is the same name of such semiconductor device family. It is device family name which have two terminals and allow flow of current in only one direction. So all the semiconductor device which is having two terminals and allowing flow of current in only one direction can be part of this device family, which name is diode. We have a number of semiconductor devices belonging to this family. First one is and very popular PN junction diode, LED light emitting diode, photodiode, varactor diode, solar cell. uh, Nowadays these photovoltaic panels are very famous. So this photovoltaic panel is designed or basic unit design units of this photovoltaic panel is solar cell. We have pin diode. We have a long list in this category. Now this PN junction diode is most popular device in this family. So whenever we say diode, it means we are referring to PN junction diode. So it is due to most popular device. If I'm simply quoting that I need a diode to design this circuit, it means I'm talking to PN junction diode to design the circuit. Whereas diode is what? It is the name of semiconductor device family. So we have to go through PN junction diode. Okay. So symbol of this PN junction diode is like this. It is having two terminals and we have arrow direction, and here we have a vertical line in this. This terminal is known as anode and this terminal is known as cathode. From the terminal name itself, it is very clear that this device is going to allow flow of current from anode to cathode, and this arrow marking is also representing the same. And if current is trying to come from this side, this vertical line is showing it will stop it. It means flow of current from cathode to anode is not permissible. So from the symbol itself, we can understand about the device. But here one point I would like to show that the symbol and this actual diode is totally different. Okay, the actual diode is not looking like this. Okay, here we have a strip. This strip side terminal is cathode and this terminal is anode. Even we have different varieties of diode. If it is power diode, its structure will be, its shape will be different. Okay, so at this point of time you have to remember symbol is just representing the behavior of the semiconductor device. It doesn't reflecting the actual shape or actual device configuration. Now this is the structure. We have P type, N type semiconductor material, and in between we have PN junction, and this PN junction is having quality of diode, and that's why this semiconductor is PN junction diode. In the last lecture we have seen how this PN junction form. Now we'll go through VI characteristic, which is also known as IV characteristic of diode. So we have two type of IV characteristic. One is known as forward bias characteristic, another is known as reverse bias characteristic. So one by one we'll go through it. So this is the circuit diagram for forward bias characteristic. In case of forward bias characteristic, we have to take a DC voltage, and we are going to connect a resistance in between just to limit maximum amount of current, and the diode will be connected in such a manner that a node is at higher potential. See, a node is at higher potential. If you are applying the voltage in this manner, then it is known as forward biasing of this diode. And since we are going to find out characteristic, so we are going to measure the voltage across the device and current through the device. So two parameter we are going to take from this, IT and VT, and this is the reference. Obviously, if this voltage is constant, so we are going to get only one value, and that will not give the characteristic graph. So to plot the graph, we need multiple points, and for that purpose, we are going to vary this voltage from let's say 0 to 10 volt. And we may collect 10 points, and with the help of those 10 points, we are going to plot the graph, and that will give forward bias characteristic. Similarly, we can plot the reverse bias characteristic. This time, the positive voltage should be applied to the cathode terminal and negative voltage. So what has been done? This polarity of this voltage has been reversed. And so this is the reverse bias characteristic circuit diagram. Measurement should be done in the same manner what we did in case of forward bias characteristic. And in the same way, we have to measure the current, how we have measured in case of forward bias characteristic. And so we are going to get graph like this. So this is the forward bias characteristic from this positive y-axis to this side, and here we have reverse bias characteristic. Okay, so initially suppose that we are keeping the supply voltage 0, so that time 0 current will flow. Again we are increasing slight voltage, again 0 current is flowing, again with the increment of voltage 0 current is flowing. Now current is increasing, current is increasing, current is increasing, and so on. So with the help of these points, we are going to plot a graph which is having this nature. Okay, so this is the forward bias characteristic graph. In reverse bias characteristic, since we have changed the polarity voltage here, the polarity voltage has been changed. Polarity voltage has been changed, so we'll get this voltage negative. Okay, and obviously the current, due to this applied potential, current has to pass in this way. So this current is also negative. So we are going to get points in third quadrant, and so the graph will be plotted over here. Okay, so we'll see that at 0 voltage we have 0 current, then we are increasing the voltage, we are getting a very small amount of current which is passing through the diode, which is negligible. It is around microampere, and so we can easily neglect it. In ideal, we can plot this graph over just over x-axis, but practically okay. If microampere current is flowing, that also we can consider. So in this manner, we'll get the point, and then a certain point will come, then after suddenly huge amount of current it just will start flow through the device. It means breakdown happens in that device, junction breaks, and that is known as that voltage at which this process happens is known as peak inverse voltage. That means we do not have to apply voltage greater than this limit, otherwise junction will break. Actually, what happen if this is the PN junction, normal PN junction, this is the P type, this is the N type, this is the width of normal PN junction. So whenever we are going to make it forward bias, then the width of this junction decreases, and that's why the flow of current will be allowed easily with the help of electron and holes. This is the forward bias situation, and if you are going to make it reverse bias, then this width will increase. It will increase than this, and so it is not going to allow flow of current. But if I'm increasing the external voltage which I am applying across this PN junction, then at certain point it will participate in breakdown, and most of the cases when breakdown happens due to high amount of current, junctions burn out, and device will not recover itself. So we do not have to operate the semiconductor devices within the breakdown region. Certain devices has been used, but that is the specific devices designed for that purpose, but still it is having some constraint within the operation. So whatever graph we are getting, particularly in forward bias characteristic, this characteristic mathematically can be defined with this mathematical formula ID, diode current, equal to IS. IS is what? This is the leakage current. This is also known as reverse saturation current, multiply with e to the power Vt upon eta Vt. What is Vt? It is the voltage across diode upon eta Vt. Vt is the thermal equivalent voltage minus 1. So this the scientist has found out this mathematics of this graph, and it is nearly equal to this, where Is is the reverse saturation current, eta it is known as ideality factor. Depending on the material, it is having value 1 or 2. Okay, and the point where this current start in case of forward bias characteristic, that is known as cut-in voltage, the minimum external voltage required to make the diode on. So this is known as cutting voltage, and the point where breakdown happens, that is known as peak inverse voltage, also known as peak repetitive reverse voltage some point of time, although practically there is a slight difference. And this Vt, which is known as thermal voltage, it is given by Kt upon Q. Okay, where T is in which is T is the temperature. It means this reverse saturation current depends on temperature, and that's why reverse saturation current, even the current which is flowing in forward bias direction depends on the temperature, and that's why we have this terminology voltage equivalent to temperature. Okay, and if we do the division of this K and Q, then we'll get the same mathematical formula T, which is the temperature in Kelvin upon 11,600. Okay, where T is the temperature in Kelvin, and here we have two constant K, which is known as Boltzmann constant, and its value is equal to 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23, whereas Q is the elementary charge, which value is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. So we'll stop over here. In the next lecture, we are going to see silicon controlled rectifier. Thank you.